Okay guys, welcome back. So this is our lesson 11. We taught you guys and in the last episode of our HTML beginner to advanced. In the last episode we did discuss how you can download and install the Sublime text, but we didn't open the Sublime text to go through it. So in this lesson we are going to be going through the Sublime text. We are going to be going through it to know what it is. Okay, so in the last episode we did install our Sublime text and then added it to our taskbar. Okay, as we can see down here, this Sublime text. So I'm just going to click on it. So having to be left click, and now this is Sublime text. So if you open Sublime text for the first time, this is what you're going to get. Okay, so there's just a blank Sublime text. All right, so if I try typing something here, Sublime text is not giving me anything. If I'm just typing lots of gibberish here so that you can see. So in case we say we want to put an HTML element here, we say let's just get an element here and say there's a p tag. You see here what is happening. So Sublime is actually ignoring the fact that it don't know what we are doing. Okay, Sublime is ignoring it because for one fact we have not said anything to Sublime to tell Sublime that this is what we are doing. Okay, let me zoom a bit. Okay, so the normal way to zoom in Sublime is by sticking your hand on control and pressing either the positive or negative to go the contrary of your desire. Okay, so positive will go in and negative go in, positive come out. Okay, so that's it. So quickly what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick look at these buttons we see up here. We're seeing file, we're seeing edit, we're seeing sections, we are seeing find, we're seeing view, we're seeing go to, we have tools, we have project, we have preferences, and we have helps as well. But before that, as you see up here, the title area, okay, you're seeing the untitled. This is an untitled or Sublime text currently because we haven't created any file, we haven't named any file yet. But this Sublime text unregistered. Okay, this is just a free version. We didn't register it, to be honest. Okay, so if you following the tutorial, I believe you will be able to see what we have. Okay, so quickly to our file section here, we have new file, we have open file. This new file here particularly is you creating a new file like this, or new file to work in. All right, so I'm going to get rid of it and then open a new file. Okay, we can open a new file. All right, let's open one of our old project. All right, let's open one of our old project quickly. So I'm going to access, we're going to get the project location and then we'll open it up. Okay, so this is one of our project. This is lesson 1. All right, so now you see here, so you see everything here is being formatted with our colors and so forth. All right, so in our notepad we was not actually getting such features. All right, we're not seeing the colors to have this and so forth. We're not seeing the tag being colored, right? We're not seeing the text being of different color. But don't worry yourself, there is a huge benefit with starting with notepad. Okay, there is a huge benefit. So I guess if you have been following the lesson from the very beginning, trust me, I believe you have understand how to write all of these things then by yourself, and you know how the entire body play of a HTML work. Okay, so going down, now you come here, they say open folder. So now you can open our entire folder within. So now let's open this folder, HTML001. So now there's the folder. The folder have open. Okay, so we have first HTML here, and then we have this. There's a whole bunch of text, whole gibberish things there. Okay, say HTML beginner to advanced, blah 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 blah. Okay, do not focus on that. All right, so that's how you open our folder. Okay, so we are going to be working with the code editor as we go on. I'm going to be using tons of features. All right, so let us work on our first file in this. So our first file, what we're going to do, we're going to name the file and then add the file extension to it. There are 2 ways you can add file extension in this identical Sublime text. Okay, one way is by you using our old method we were using in the notepad, or better still, you can use this method. you will have to come at the lower right corner here down. You will find all of the languages that are available. You will see C, C sharp, C++, you're seeing Codewithtec, you're seeing CSS, you're seeing D, you're seeing Draft, you're seeing DTD, you're seeing Go, you're seeing whole lots of different languages and different things that can be done here. So trust me, you can find HTML here. All right, so we're just going to go down. We're going to keep on going down. We have seen SQL, PHP, and so forth. You are going to find HTML here, trust me. So as we keep checking in the listing here, this is HTML. All right, the HTML. This is what we are learning. All right, so we're going to click on this. As we click on it, what happens here? Change to HTML. Okay, telling us that the file here is actually our HTML document. All right, better still, if we save it the next way, it will also change automatically. So now let's save it, our file. We come here, save file, we come to save. Okay, we have several series of lesson here, so we're just going to say lesson 11. All right, so if you check down here, you will see the file extension here. You see types, save as type HTML. Okay, so in the needle pole lesson 011. all right, so as we save this, it's going to be our HTML file because we already set it as an HTML file from our code editor before coming here. So we don't need to add .html to it like we're doing in Notepad. Okay, so now if you see here where we have lesson 011, you will see .html is attached to it, but we didn't actually put it on it. All right, but we came into our code editor and we did it manually. All right, so as you type here, everything here going to be recognized as an HTML document, as an HTML plain text. Okay, so now let's go through this quickly. Everything in here will be recognized as an HTML element. So let's say HTML. All right, now we open this, we say, so as soon as you put the first less than sign, you see there are lots of HTML elements that are coming here that you can suggest from. So this is one of the benefit of using a very good and cool code editor. Okay, you won't have to type things multiple times. You won't have to type opening and closing tag. So we're just going to say HTML here. Now they have bringing this where you see S, right? Syntax. The X here stands for syntax. Now this syntax HTML. Now if we tap our type key on the keyboard, this is going to happen. The entire boilerplate of HTML is going to arrive. Everything going to display. Okay, so another thing we didn't talk about in our beginner series, we didn't talk about the character set. Okay, that you see here, we didn't include character set in anything. We didn't include the meta information we are seeing here, the viewport, all of those things, and we didn't do it. Okay, but we're going to discuss them in further lesson. Okay, so for today, this is how your Sublime test work. It make your work a lot easier. Okay, so now we can see our .text declaration here, the HTML declaration. We see HTML. There's the closing tag. We see body closing tag. We see body opening tag. We see the head. We see the head. Okay, in the head we have title. Okay, so it's going to bring the entire HTML structure, but not going to give anything to it. So we're going to say lesson 11 in our title section. Okay, and say Sublime text. Okay, and then in our body here, we're just going to write h1 element. Going to write h1 element. So as soon as we say h1, you see here, as we press tab key, the entire thing comes. We say hello world. Now, so we can save this our code. To save this our code, we come to file. Better still, you can use the shortcut key as you see here, Control S. All right. So we save it already. So we can get back and view our code and see what we have. So guys, this is super awesome. To be honest, we are going to be flying, trust me. If you don't understand anything you see up here, trust me, you have to go and start taking all of the beginner lessons taking from lesson 1 all the way to lesson 10. It will help you a lot. So I'm going to find the file in which we save this document, and then we can be able to open it. So this is lesson 11. So as I open lesson 11, this is what I'm expecting. So lesson 11 has finally opened. Oh my god. Okay, now this is what we have, or H1 saying hello world. And if you check up here for the title, you will see lesson 11 Sublime text. All right, so trust me, the Sublime text is what we put there. Okay, that is the topic of this. We are going through Sublime text only. All right, good. So another thing Sublime text can do, now I'm going to close this lesson 11 and come back to our Sublime text. I can stay right in Sublime text here and then read it into the browser. I don't have to go and do it manually like what I just did. I can just right click and say open in browser. So it will take its own time and it will be open. So you see how fast it is. Very fast. So it helps save you time and so forth. There are lots of cool editor out there, but I would like for my beginners to have all of the foundation, all of the beginner experience, and see how best they can build on it, because the experiences, they are very important as well. So thank you very much. See you guys in our lesson 12.